Buzz, 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 buzz.
I know what I'll do. I'll pollinate these flowers. Buzz, 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 buzz. Hey, wait a minute.
I didn't realize that the show was over. No, I didn't realize that the show was over.
DreamWorks Animation, a studio that is truly a titan amongst the animation industry, with some hit and miss movies. I mean, no animation company can be perfect, right? Either critically, financially, or both. Founded by Steven Spielberg, Geffen Records, and Amazon Prime, DreamWorks was created as revenge to get one jump ahead of Disney, with their first film literally having the exact same concept for Pixar's A Bug's Life. Katzenberg, that's some really good inspirations you've got from Mr.
John Lasseter.
But, in my humble opinion, the 2000s were considered the golden mine of quality for this amazing animation studio. Many iconic animated films such as Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Megamind, Madagascar, which spawned the greatest anime trilogy ever, and Shark Tale have shaped everyone's childhood and personality as a human being in the future. Oh, and also memes. We can't forget those epic, delicious memes. However, one film stands out from the others. One film that is truly the magnum opus of DreamWorks animation, and in my opinion, is unironically an underrated masterpiece of cinema as we know it. And that masterwork of film is none other than the man, the myth, the B legend himself, B movie, the greatest anime film in the history of mankind. Wait, why did I take too long to reveal what the movie is? I literally revealed it in the title. A work of masterfulness created by the aforementioned DreamWorks Animation SKG. Every single individual frame of B-movie is deliciously worthy of an Oscar nomination for Golden Globe, Best Picture, or whatever, as it should be held in the Library of Congress as they did with Shrek, another movie made by DreamWorks, and is truly the most epic PogChamp thing ever. However, it just pains my heart and stomach that many people don't appreciate the aptitude and genius of B-movie and only make silly meme videos of how bad the film is. And to all those people, I say, your opinion sucks. So today, I'm going to tell you about my frenetic conceptions and feelings on B-movie and why it should be deserved to be the greatest film ever created. And anyone who disagrees with my opinion shall be punished severely and shall be buried in the annals of history. Okay, I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. Sorry about that. Let me just tell you the plot.
Now, before I actually tell you the plot, I just want to say that the plot is absolutely insane. But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing, because sometimes an insane plot can make the whole movie even better. Case in point, The Emperor's New Groove and, B-movie, of course. Now, there's no other animated film will ever have a plot as insane as B-movie. Now, the film centers around Jerry Seinfeld as a horny bee-weeaboo who breaks one of his society's rules and meets a human woman. And he finds this woman very, very hot and sexy. So, because of this, with 3 flirtatious words known as
You're like shiz in my pants,
Vanessa notices her senpai, and then they immediately become best friends. I guess that's how friendships work. But during their friendship, Barry learns that her own kind is stealing their honey and using it for profit. So, what do you think Barry B. Benson does? If you guys sue the entire human race, then you're correct. He sues the entire human race.
I am fully convinced that whoever made this movie was definitely high on LSD while also drinking some McDonald's Sprite while also smoking some Benadryl. So, like I said, the plot is batshit insane. Everything about this premise shouts out brilliant and smart for how intellectual this story is. To the average simpleton, this may look like a god-awful abomination crafted from the fiery depths of the underworld itself. But when one looks into this reeking madness of film that is offered to them, they would see that it is the story of the twisted mind of a mentally insane person, and how his own view of reality is challenged by the fact that he is me in his own messed up movie. Regardless of whoever this person is, he has an incredible sense of humor. B-movie, which I consider to be the Morbius of DreamWorks movies, is truly epic in terms of comedy. This film is a perfect example of surreal comedy, as its humor is mostly random at points.
But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing.
Because according to a wise man, I guess Mordecai from regular show, I don't know. The meat rises for all sorry, wrong one. There comes a point where a joke becomes so absurd that it becomes funny. For example, in the near end of the movie, spoilers by the way if you haven't seen this movie, even though it's been around for 15 years, Barry Benson literally causes the end of the world due to his successful suing of the human race.
How about a suicide pact?
So he, along with Vanessa, try to save the world by trespassing and committing theft on a flower car, then riding that flower car onto an airport and onto an airplane, where the airplane gets struck by lightning, killing the pilots in the process, and then Barry and Vanessa have to arrive to their destination, along with the help of half of the bees from the hive, all of which who are able to carry the entire plane with no problem at all. Then they arrive at their destination on a huge flower, also consisting of the other half of the bees. Yeah, it goes there. You know why Barry B. Benson did the things that he did? Because for the sole reason of making human bee hybrid abominations with his human girlfriend. There's a lot of promotion of bestiality in this movie, and it is the most, it is truly something. Take me, sweet dad! Like, Barry B's uncle is dating a cricket, and one of his lines is,
I dated a cricket once in San Antonio. Man, those crazy legs kept me up all night. I'd chew up.
This is peak writing. Truly the peakest of writing. Not even Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese could come up with such a beautiful piece of work as this. This puts all the SNL alumni to shame. And this makes the Simpsons look like the Simpsons right now.
It's time to stop!
Oh boy, have I got a treat for you. My favorite part of this entire video. The character analysis. That's right, the part where I analyze the best B-movie characters in existence. Well, actually, two of them. The others is gonna be reviewed by my friends and a special guest. But who am I gonna be talking about? I'm gonna be talking about the living embodiment of God himself.
Adam motherfucking Flamin'. My god, what an absolute pussy magnet this guy is. I mean, look at the style, man. He's guaranteed to get all the bitches. And not only that, he's also a pretty good friend to Barry B. Benson, despite their contrasting beliefs. He still supports him, which is what good friends should do. That is just nice. And not only that, he also risked his entire life for Be Kind by stinging Mr. Montgomery's thick, juicy, succulent, dummy thick, tasty. Not only that, I mean, he's also pretty funny as hell, bro. Absolute funniest person in the world. I'd rate Adam Flamin's cock 8.5 out of 10. Good job, kiddo. Now that we're done talking about my favorite B-movie character. Now let's talk about Vanessa. I fucking hate Vanessa. I mean, not by her looks. I mean, obviously she's the hottest looking anime character in all of hentai, of course. But for her decisions, I mean, she literally broke up with her human boyfriend, who is probably gonna live the same length as her, for a bee that is not even gonna live for a whole year, even though that bee itself is God. Well, which I can agree with, but I don't know. Ken is pretty much a Chad. Ken is the real hero of B-movie, so yeah. I don't care if she's the hottest anime waifu in all of tentacle porn, but yeah, that's all I have to say.
Oh, that bee is living my life!
Now, time for the special guests I invited from the basement. Here, take it away, Normie. That's literally his name.
Saucy Fry asked me to do this. Okay, I'm giving my thoughts on Mr. Montgomery and Ken from the B-movie. I'll just go Montgomery. In my opinion, Montgomery is an example of everything that is wrong about our current law system. He's vindictive, he's evil, he's a prosecutor who doesn't care about what's right or wrong. He just wants to win the case at all ends, and he uses evil means such as deliberately antagonizing a bee so that he will sting him. And that's very evil. I think that he is very bad. He's the type of person who would falsely imprison someone. He's also a metaphor for capitalism, fascism, corrupt politicians who are in positions of authority.
What's that be?
So I think that Montgomery, or Nathan T. Montgomery, which is his full name, he is a very bad person, and he is a perfect subject. They should make a Netflix documentary. I bet you a Netflix documentary will come out on him in the next 10 years, which analyzes every single bad thing he's ever done. Because there's a long list of them. He's very evil. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Yeah! He's very evil. And I think he's also, like, very big. Yeah. Also, he's got these big bushy eyebrows. Those look like toothbrushes. You can use those to brush your teeth. I give him a 0 out of 10. I hate Montgomery. I've also been called in to give my opinions on Kenneth from the B movie. I mean, what can I say about this guy? Have you seen this guy? Look at those eyes, man. Look at that chiseled jawline. This is a Chad spotted in real life. Ken, more like Chad. He's so cool. I wish I knew this guy in real life. He's everything right about society. That is a real man if I ever saw one. All these men dressing up in cat costumes and wearing maid costumes, everything. That's what a real man looks like. We need more men like him. Plus, if you see a talking bee, just freaking, it starts talking for no reason, I would also kill a talking bee, okay? That's scary. I'd get my newspaper and I'd whack that thing. So Kenneth did nothing wrong. Hashtag justice for Kenneth. He did nothing wrong. I love him. I rate him a 10 out of 10.
Hey yo, what do you freaking think about Barry B. Benson from my favorite anime B movie?
I think he's the coolest man alive.
Don't you mean the coolest bee to ever be alive? What do you think about Barry B. Benson?
Barry Benson is very, very cool.
Yeah. What do you think of Barry B. Benson from frickin' B movie?
He's the frickin'
Jazz.
man alive.
Yo.
Jazz.
Yeah. What do you think of Barry B. Benson from my favorite anime B movie?
I think he's unbelievably amazing.
Don't you mean unbelievably amazing?
Wow, Costa, you're a comedy genius.
What do you think of Barry B. Benson?
My mom left me. My dad. He's very good looking. I rate him 10 out of 10.
You good. What do you think of Barry B. Benson from my favorite crime drama B movie?
He's a bee and he's a Benson.
True. What do you think of Barry B. Benson, my favorite anime character from B movie?
I think Barry B. Benson is the freaking best anime supervillain. You know, because he freaking ruined Ken's life by stealing his girl. And he freaking, like, beat these people in court.
Oh yeah, he sued the human race.
Freaking, like,
then he almost ended the world, right?
Yeah, he freaking almost, like, destroyed them with, like, this laser thingy.
But yeah. And then Thanos snapped everyone out of it.
See, prove him up, like.
Hey, that's it? Yeah.
Yo, this is DylantheKnightOwl. You likely may know me for my iceberg videos that have been making the rounds here on YouTube. And I'm here to tell you why Barry B. Benson, BBB, the triple B, Barry B. Benson, is the greatest anime villain ever created. And the very fact, in fact, that we have created such a monster is evidence of the black void that resides within the hearts of all of man. Barry wishes to go against the grain, not simply to be more than a bee, but to be a human being. Something which is not only an abominable act of carnal venom, of him using his natural pheromones to trick this human woman, but so too is a clear reach for godhood. Barry B. Benson wishes to have human being be beings. Human being be offspring, that being, so that all of mankind can quake in fear against these unholy abominations against God. I suppose you could say Barry B. Benson is really going against the grain. He's going outside the hive, which in and of itself isn't a bad thing, going against the collective. But as an individual, Barry B. Benson does not wish to simply be on his own. Barry B. Benson wishes to create a hive for which he, in his own fucked up strange offspring, may rule over us all. His living legacy being the future enslavement of mankind. Does this woman even know the threat by which she flirts with? Barry B. Benson is a bee who wishes to be a human being with a human being, creating bee beings. He is the bee within us all. How very bee-like Barry B. Benson. This is why he is the greatest anime villain of all time. For he is a bee. See? Anyway, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, DylantheKnightOwl, for icebergs, internet culture documentaries, and other related nonsense. Also, big shout out to Saucy Fry Studios. He's a pretty cool dude with a YouTube channel as well, and he's even made some nice fan art for me in the past.
Let's go.
He's a real Chad if ever I knew one. See you later.
Did someone just hijack this video just to give their thoughts on Barry B. Benson and also to give a shout out to me? I'm now about to give my final thoughts on B movie. So, B movie is truly a masterpiece. It excels in everything that many movies can't do. It has a good plot. It has characters that I love with a passion, except for fucking Vanessa. Fuck her. And the comedy. The comedy slaps. You can't imagine how hard the comedy slaps. You can't comprehend it. I can. Bro, if you're missing out on one of cinema's greatest. It should be really worthy of an Oscar. Like, honestly, like,
I'm surprised, actually. Because this movie completely changed my life. Because of this movie, I now have a beautiful, attractive wife with big boobies and 3 beautiful children. I'm now the CEO of, fucking micro dick. Truly wonderful in terms of storytelling, animation. People say that Star Wars is the textbook definition of how to make a story. Nah, B-movie is where it's at, bitch. Dude, what can I say? Absolute banger of a film. Rated 10 tentacles out of 4 tentacles. Absolute masterpiece. Yeah. It's truly beautiful. Dare I even say? It even is a fucking cinematic masterpiece. Dude, okay. Dude, what am I doing with my life?
Subscribe to Saucy Fry Studios for more Fortnite Reddit funnies.
And
Fortnite